We are as but eggs in a basket. Some of our fakeness is just ridiculous. But in all those myths are different truths and hints towards truth which they do not speak of. In the beginning, God imagined things just like we imagine numbers to make that which is real more understandable. Imaginary time, imaginary matter, imaginary space. Then there was real space, matter, and time. Something was stitched together and torn apart, ever expanding at a precise rate. The subatomic particles were formed. Atoms were formed, molecules, atoms that needed stars to be born and die. And then we were with an Earth in this universe that required those processes up until the appearance of humanity. And this was the 7 periods of creation. But there was an 8th period of creation too. And it keeps on going. And this world, in the last book from God of this age of Earth, spoke of the shape of this world as like an egg, but not just any egg, not like any of these eggs. An egg that was shaped like a sphere, but not quite so spherical. This particular type of egg was kind of bulged out in the middle, more like the shape of our Earth. And if we think of these in a different sort of way, we can also end up with 7 periods of creation. First, there was fire. Then there was air. Then there was water. And when the water was there, the earth rose out of it and formed dry land. And after the creation of fire, represented by forks and wands, air, represented by knives and swords, water, represented by spoons and cups, Earth, represented by discs, plates, tables, stones. We have the plant creation, and then the animal creation, and then the human creation. But amongst that, and before that, was light being creation, preceding humans by a long time, was a being of a different sort of matter as well. These fire beings, unlike the light beings, they had gender and choice. Then came these clay beings in human bodies. That turtle Tammy there, you do not see her as being strong enough to carry this basket, but you are. And when this human was one of these fire beings, thought itself better than these initial humans, and rebelled. And the other fire beings joined along with it. The devil remains the devil, and many of these fire beings remain devils. And they have taken humans along with them by their influence, not by force, but by freedom and understanding in a line with their way. Their way to do something different. Or just, not caring whether or not it's part of what God wants. The devil was not defeated in any particular one act. There may be minor defeats or great defeats. But as far as the beliefs and deeds of human beings and fire beings are not what they need to be, for there to be no power over them, Satan has power. Satan has power on earth and in the spiritual realms, where the jinn are welcome. But here and there, evil is a choice. Evil has the power that we choose to give it. Evil's not a creation, but it sees its sunrise and its sunset, its midday and its midnight, according to those choices. And we can be an egg arising into being, a true egg, a false egg, a good egg, an evil egg. It is our choice what type of world we want to make. We want to evoke through ourselves to some degree, to a large degree, to everything we are accountable for. We are that egg, whether we're inside or outside of the basket. So how will you mold your perceptions and actions? This Ostara, this Xeper, this new beginning, every new beginning, every sunrise,